At least you can spread out a bit.
Right. Anyone else? All right, so I'll close the floor. All right, moving on to new business. Item number 2, Lisa Root, she has a request for appointment to the Zoning Board of Appeals as an alternate. Councilwoman Martin.
Yes, we received a letter to the town board recommending the appointment of Lisa Rood as an alternate member for the zoning board of appeals. I recommend that we appoint Lisa Rood.
I'll second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, under new business, we have item number 3, application for special use permit from Jeffrey Fisher and Chelsea Benning. And Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Supervisor. We received a special permit application, as Supervisor Keating stated, from Jeffrey Fisher and Chelsea Benning, related to Section 123-174 of our town code. I request to refer this to the planning board. I make a motion that we refer it to the planning board.
I'll second that.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 4 under new business, we have the application for rezoning from Quaker Estates LLP. Councilwoman Lukacek again.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Again, we received the application for the rezoning from Quaker Estates. It was a hand delivery and with several copies and information. Thank you very much for that. I make a motion to refer this to the planning board under section 123-178B.
I'll second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, under new business, item number 5, Boston Hills Homes and Estates license approval. Councilman Cardicchini.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. On August 8th, there was an on-site inspection was made at Boston Hills Homes and Estates by Code Enforcement Officer Bill Ferguson. There are units there that are being refurbished. No violations of the Boston Town Code were present. Therefore, I make a motion that we issue a license for Boston Hills Homes and Estates.
I'll second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 6 under new business, we have to schedule a public hearing for a local law amending Chapter 104 of the Boston Town Code for subdivision of land. Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Supervisor. This is the first part of what we established as a code review committee. Several members of the planning board, zoning board, our planning consultant, and myself as liaison to the town board. We reviewed a code that was pursuant to the subdivision of land. We reviewed using the existing E-code online, a revision that was proposed in 2006 through 2008, and after reviewing what local communities surrounding ours with very similar logistics, we make recommendations on that. The recommendations are in the packet, and they will be provided to you upon request through the town clerk's office. I make a motion that we put a notice of public hearing to review and hear from the public on the changes and suggestions that would be held on September 19th, 2018 at 7:45 at the Boston Town Hall here during our regularly scheduled meeting. I make a motion that we accept the notice of public hearing.
I'll second that.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes, and Town Clerk, you're able to post that notice. You said you're going to put that in tomorrow or Friday?
All right, then.
You have to put it in by Friday for the public notice?
yes, and we will have time because it will be September 19th.
Perfect, thank you. And again, my vote is yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
Councilman Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 7 under new business. We have resolution 2018-35. I'm going to take this one here, and this resolution is because the town of Boston received an increase in state aid funding. We received an additional $27,449.61 for Pave New York, and an additional $31,345.09 for extreme winter recovery from New York State this year. So since the town's adopted budget for the 2018 calendar year did not include these reimbursable revenues, this resolution adds those additional revenues into our budget, and I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2018-35.
I'll second.
Councilman Munger?
Yes.
Councilman Tarantini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And item number 8 under new business, we have resolution 2018-36, which is authorizing a payment for our Town of Boston Emergency Squad member, Mrs. Laskowski. Is that correct, Tom? Thanks. She's actually seeking a paramedic certification within the town. It's actually a contractual obligation about the contract between the Town of Boston and the Boston Emergency Squad. Has this clearly written in their contract. This is money that was not put into the budget for the 2018 calendar year. Something I kind of pushed for the past couple of years as a councilman, but again, because the money was not in the budget, this resolution essentially moves that money over in a total dollar amount of $6,500, plus an additional $400 for the labs, fees, and books. With that being said, I want to make a motion to approve the resolution 2018-36.
A second.
Councilman Munger?
Yes.
Councilman Tarantini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Sorry, Kelly. Item number 9 under new business, resolution 2018-37. We have a dog sheltering agreement. Our new dog control officer had reached out to the town board. We actually had the opportunity to meet with her this evening, and she's identified an additional location to take dogs to, which is actually going to be the Eden Veterinary Clinic LLC, which is located over in Eden, Hamburg, and if you go to local other municipalities, take the dogs there as needed. But to the resolution 2018-37 essentially adds Eden Veterinary Clinic as an additional kennel that our dog control officer can use, and if the resolution has been approved, I'll go ahead and sign that, but Councilman Munger, go ahead.
He just likes to talk, really, is all there is to
Just taking over today.
I was going to explain most of that, but he already did. What he did not add to that is that within the resolution, there is a whereas the town dog control officer recommends that the town ends its current dog sheltering lease agreement with Black Rose Kennels of Orchard Park and the contract with Eden Veterinary Clinic PLLC. You missed a P there, Jason. It takes that over for the required service. I would like to make a motion that we pass resolution number 2018-37.
A second.
Councilman Munger?
Yes.
Councilman Tarantini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And I only harass him because I like him.
Sorry. And moving on to old business, we've had bids in for a little while now for a pump house for in our water district. We have a least managed water district. A couple people have asked why we're paying for this. I'll let Councilwoman Martin handle this, but I've had quite a few phone calls actually coming in to explain a little bit of the background on this. The town of Boston is a least managed water district. A lot of people aren't aware of that. We've had roads or right-of-way access and other equipment. That's actually the town's responsibility to pay for that. We actually own all of that infrastructure. So that is why we actually have to put the roof on the pump house for the water district. But with that being said, if anybody has any questions, they can ask me, questions about it, but Councilwoman Martin?
Well, in essence of time, I move to approve the estimate from Bassnet Heating and Roofing for $3,800 to replace that roof, so as we don't have to replace the pump underneath it in the future.
I second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we'll move on to reports and presentations. Town clerk.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just a few things tonight. DEC hunting licenses are available in the clerk's office. Units blood drive will be in the Town Hall Community Room on Tuesday, September 4th from 3 to 7 p.m. And we do have a couple of the electronic recycling events that are coming up, not too close here to home, but if you want to recycle your electronic waste, there will be one on Saturday, August 25th at Apple Tree Business Park in Cheektowaga from 9:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. And on Saturday, September 8th, 1600 Bowen Road in Elma. And again, that's from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. So please recycle your electronics at one of these upcoming events. And that is all I have.
Do you have any flyers for the Eunice blood drive yet, or for the,
I do not have flyers yet for the Eunice blood drive,
okay.
but if the next question was about the electronic recycling, yes, they're out on the table.
Okay, one of the things that we're, with Gordon and I discussed downstairs is for the DEC licenses. We'll probably put that out on the town website, out on the Facebook page to get the message out, because last year we had, as we know, we had a little bit of a delay, I'll call it, for DEC licenses, so we'll try to get that out there so we can let people know that we can offer up those licenses. And for the Eunice drive, we can put that out on the website whenever you receive the
Because
documentation.
Sandy's better at issuing those licenses than Walmart.
Keep it local. Keep it local. That's it. All right. Highway Superintendent.
Yes, thank you. I have a few things tonight. First, I want to talk about brush pickup. Brush pickup starts again in September. We'll start on September 4th, the day after Labor Day. We'll do every street one time in September, and then it starts again on October 1st. We'll do every street again one time in October, and by the time we're done with that, it's usually time to pick up leaves. So that's the schedule for the brush pickup. And then I'd like to talk a little bit about the audit that Mr. Mihaly did a month or so ago. I don't know if everybody's seen all the list of what every department was missing. Did anybody see that list? Raise a hand. Not very many. So I'd like to bring it up tonight, all the different departments who he said was missing equipment. Town clerk's office, Mr. Mihaly said was missing 19,547 cents. Now, do I believe any of that was missing? Probably not. I really don't believe it. But that's what Mr. Mihaly said in his report. The town board, missing $5,099.95. Supervisor's office, $11,992. Okay. Next sheet. Parks Department, $34,731.50. The Justice, you wouldn't think the Justice would be stealing stuff, but the Justice is on here, $4,433.50. The Highway Department was this big winner. We got $1,142,117. And then it goes to the squad. Now, how many people think the squad is out stealing ambulances? The squad's missing $195,590.31, according to Mr. Mihaly. It's not me. The assessor's office, $7,147.02. Code enforcer, $6,305.90. Dog control, $14,344.45. And then the last one is the elections. The elections, the voting machines from years ago, when the county used to bring the voting machines out here. They were actually the county's voting machines, and they're missing $22,382. And you know where the voting machines went? The county came out and picked up those voting machines. And they're saying, we're missing them. This audit was so terrible, and And then I got the paper today. There's an article in the paper, well, it wasn't today, it was November 7th, 2017, in the Buffalo News. Mr. Ralph Moore was telling about 1,000 of these voting machines that they scrapped. So here at the town of Boston paid for the voting machines, $22,000, the county picks them up, takes them and scraps them. I'd like our town attorney to look in to see if we ever got reimbursed for the scrap for them voting machines. $22,000 in voting machines and the county picks them up. And then and Mahilu says, we're missing them. What do you think of that? I think it was a pretty bad audit he did. And other than that, he's talking about asset disposal forms. I foiled a thing with the town clerk to see how many asset disposal forms have ever been filled out in the town of Boston. 0. 0, because nobody has ever asked us to fill out. Not a big deal. We fill them out. I don't have a problem with it, but there's never been one filled out. No wonder he couldn't find any. You think? He said he couldn't find any asset disposal forms. Maybe that's why. He did a really good job. But other than that, I think that's about all I had. But I would like our town attorney to look in about the voting machines that he says that we're missing. And write an article here. It says that they scrapped them. That's all I have. Oh, I do have one more thing about Mr. Burns making a comment before. A few years ago, I bought a piece of property, and I don't know if anybody owns any property, but if you do, you gotta make sure you don't let the neighbors drive across your property. Because after they do it for so long, guess what? They think it's their property. So I bought a piece of property, I'm paying tax on it, and now all of a sudden, he wants access to another road where we got blocked off at the end of the street. So if you got any neighbors using your property, you better be careful, because that's the way the law works. So as soon as Mr. Burns gets a deed out of my name and in his name, and gets a culvert permit for the end of the driveway, he wants to come on the road, and gets a driveway permit and a culvert permit, gets a deed in his name, and then we'll maybe talk about removing the barricade. That's all I have tonight.
Okay, thank you. Town attorney?
Nothing, but I happily will see what I can find out about voting machines.
Thank you.
There you go. That's got the highway all over it.
Councilman Munger?
Even though we have had a severe lack of rain, apparently people still have wet yards. I have a stack of people that I need to get to, and I will be figuring out why they have wet yards, as long as I am able to. Right now, that's the only thing on my plate.
Councilman Carter Key?
I would like to say that it was a great honor to attend Paul DeCorso Jr.'s Eagle Scout ceremony. I'd like to thank the DeCorso family, Paul, Troop 491, for the invitation and the hospitality. As I said, it was a great honor. And I'd also like to thank a few people regarding the unfortunate passing of Connor Long. Mike Cornell and Colleen Caney from the Hamburg School District were terrific support to provide counselors to our rec department. As you can imagine, that was a pretty traumatic event that affected not only the rec department, but the campers, the community. And I'd like to also recognize Tony Ziniak and the McCaffrey girls, who did an unbelievable job in maintaining their composure and compassion during that event. It was very difficult, and I really applauded the effort of everybody. So I wanted to take a minute and say thank you for that. And I would like to say we very much as a board would like to make the flag ceremony the right way. We've discussed this a number of times, guys, and you have the support, and we will figure out a way to make that work and be right. And that's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Councilwoman Lukacek?
Thank you. First thing, the planning board, the next meeting is scheduled for September 11th at 7:30 in the planning board room downstairs. And the code review committee is working on signs and updating that code. So we're taking it piece by piece and moving forward. So thank you very much and look forward to the public hearing.
Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Supervisor. The Conservation Advisory Council is in the process of organizing their leaf event, which is scheduled for September 30th at the Lion Shelter from 9 to 1 p.m. Their next scheduled meeting is August 28th. If anybody wants to get involved, they are looking for some vendors for that event. We have a little bit of representation at the Erie County Fair this year. Our emergency squad is on standby. And also the Historical Society, Kathy Projeclo, I hear, has an extraordinary display in the historical building about the town of Boston, which we're very proud of. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, under my report, the first thing that I want to address tonight is Drescher Malecki has actually been serving our town now for a little over a year as the bookkeeper. One of the things that I discussed with the board actually early this year and going out, that would be slowly phasing them out and just giving them essentially special projects, which would obviously save all of us money. We're starting to get to that point as we're getting our books and other things cleaned up here. But with that being said, I'm going to be appointing, her name is Alicia Prechek. She's otherwise known as Ellie, if you've ever been down to the bookkeeper's office. But she is actually a member from Drescher Malecki. She's currently out of maternity leave, and when she comes back from maternity leave, she's actually leaving Drescher Malecki and will become a town employee. I thought that was the best move, and the fact that she's been with the town board and even the past town board in some capacity. She knows what's going on. She basically hit the ground running versus bringing somebody completely new on, where they'll really have to learn just about everything from the computer system, which is called Logix, so on and so forth. So Alicia Prechek will be my appointment, and her first day of work here as a town employee will be Monday, August 27th. I had a meeting with Erie County Environment and Planning to discuss the county park system. Unfortunately, I hate to phrase it that way, but unfortunately, like many other things in our county, there's just a need for additional funds. They're looking at a lot of additional cost savings measures when it comes to, they're looking at scaling back on cutting lawns and creating additional green spaces instead of having wide open fields. There's a lot of things that they're exploring to try to do with additional cost saving measures. But they've got a lot on their plate. They've done a lot. They've got a lot more to go. But it was a pretty well organized meeting, and all us supervisors and mayors, we certainly learned a lot from that meeting. Thursday, August 2nd, I held the 2019 budget kickoff meeting with all the department heads. They've all been provided their packets and the worksheets, which all this information will then be returned back to the board, so we can actually sit down with department heads and follow the process, the timeline that's actually laid out by state law for the 2019 budget. On August 7th, we had brought in Senator Pat Galvin. He held the elder abuse awareness informational meeting at the town hall. It was brought to my attention that some people in our community would like that to be possibly held again. So I'll reach out to Senator Galvin's office. Some people weren't aware of it. I'm not sure what the disconnect was, but we'll certainly try to improve on that going forward. But that is something that I think is important to our senior community here in the town of Boston and all across the state, really, for that matter. Just as a reminder, our town board meetings will return to the first and third Wednesday of the month, starting next month. So actually, our meetings, depending on what our agenda is, shouldn't be too long, can become a little more efficient. And last but not least, we're still looking for an ethics committee chairman or chairwoman. Rich Holstein, who's a resident here in town, he sat on the ethics committee for a number of years, and unfortunately he had resigned due to work commitments. And so we're out scouting around looking for people. So that'll probably be out on the town Facebook page, town page, website. And if you happen to know of anybody that might be interested in that position or is looking for additional information on that position, please contact my office, and we'll certainly try to fill that as quickly as possible.
Preferably somebody that's ethical. Yes. I like to hear myself talk too. I'm not gonna lie.
And last but not least, I want to wish everybody an enjoyable and safe Labor Day weekend. And with that, I will make a motion to close the meeting.
Councilman Munger?
Yes.
Councilman Kartakini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilczek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.
Been there for 100 years.